Hi, I'm Jeff Kleiman with Drink Spirits, and we're here today at the Frey Ranch Distillery. We're about an hour outside of Reno, Nevada, in the middle of almost nowhere, and we're looking at one of the few ranches in the world that is also distilling their own products. So let's go inside and take a look.
Right now we're running bourbon. We're making bourbon. Bourbon mash is going through the continuous still right now. The way the continuous still works is mash is coming in right here. It goes up through a heat exchanger and in the side of the column right up there. And as that mash falls through the tray, steam down here is heating up the mash. Alcohol is traveling up and it's going off the top of the still through the heat exchanger that the mash is going in. And it's using the mash to help cool the steam and the steam to help preheat the mash. Then it comes over to a condenser which cold water is getting pumped through. It condenses it back into a liquid and it comes out right here. We want it to come out about 40% alcohol to begin with. That way when we go to the pot still, it doesn't come out too high proof. All we have to do to be able to make vodka is turn the valve up there, turn two valves and redirect all the steam through the vodka column. Our whole philosophy is we want to grow 100% of our ingredients. So to do that, we can't buy neutral grain spirits. We need to grow 100% of the wheat, rye, barley, and corn that we produce into spirits right here on the farm. So, you know, with that in mind, we had to buy a vodka column, otherwise we're not going to be able to make vodka. This right here is bourbon mash. It's wheat, rye, barley, and corn. We decided to use wheat and rye in our bourbon. And actually right back here, we have 4 silos. We have a mill set up underneath. So we literally grow the crops right on the other side of the distillery here. We store them right there, mill them. We cook the mash right here, ferment them, distill them, barrel them, and bottle them all right here in the area. And so it's kind of neat when you get a bottle of our vodka and our future whiskey, they will never have left this area until you take it home. The other nice part about the distillery is we oversized it so much that we could shut down all summer and really pay attention on farming. And then in the winter we fire the distillery back up and we distill. We're farmers first, and so we don't want the distillery distracting us while we're farming, trying to grow the good ingredients. And then the same thing, we don't want the farm distracting us in the distillery in the winter.
So what are the challenges of being a farmer in a family and a distillery? Your backyard's is your farm, is your distillery, and
the challenges are also what makes it great, because the distillery isn't in our front yard, but we have a distillery in our front yard. So that's what I think is great.
Yeah.
Also a challenge, but it's great.
It's a challenge because you can never shut everything off. I mean, you're always, there's people that drive in at all times of the day and things like that that we kind of have to go attend to. But it's really a great lifestyle.
So what do you think as a farmer you bring to the whiskey equation that is different than, you know, other craft distillers?
We can grow the grains, and that's the most important part. And especially, and even in the vineyard, the saying in the vineyard is you can't make good wine out of bad grapes. Same thing with the grains that you make into distilled spirits. So we have total control. We can, once again, sacrifice quantity for quality, and that's what we do very often, because that's, you know, and it'll show in the end product. So having total control from basically planting the grains, the types, the varieties, the way it's grown, the fertilizers, the pesticides, you know, all that stuff really adds up and shows in the final product.
How's it going to be waiting 3 years, 4 years for that whiskey to age?
Yeah, it's okay because we can try it in the meantime. So
it's going to be hard.
Yeah. So it'll be hard, but but we don't want to release it until it's ready. So we won't bottle it till it's ready. We have other sources of income to keep us afloat until then. So I always tell everybody that, you know, when it's ready, it's ready. I don't know when it'll be ready. If it's good in 4 years, we'll bottle it. If it's not, we'll wait longer. If it's, we'll wait as long as it takes. And we're kind of in a unique spot in that way that we don't have to rush a product to the market.
So what does success look like for Frey Ranch?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'd like to be a national product, definitely. I'd like our distribution to be nationwide. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, and I'd just like to be known or be on the same caliber as the top-notch whiskeys and you know, kind of be known as quality. So that would be a success to me.
Well, cool. Well, good luck with everything, and it's exciting to see all the things that you guys are doing, and we'll check back in a number of years to see what the whiskey's doing.